Dear students, if I show you three photomicrographs and tell you that please identify the fibers and cells from here, can you trace them? I think you can, because I hope you have seen and read the previously uploaded lectures of the connective tissue cells and fibers, and even you can identify the epithelial cells also. Here is the thick fiber, here is the thin fiber, and these are the cells, and this white portion is the ground substance. Okay, come to this micrograph. These are the nuclei of the cells, and in between the cells there are the connective tissue fibers, and here these are the nuclei and these are the fibers of the connective tissue. Now what do you think? Are the arrangements of these fibers same in these three photomicrographs? No. I am looking that here the cells and fibers are sparsely present on the ground substance. Here they are assembled in a uniform pattern in same direction, and here they are arranged in a zigzag pattern in different direction. For the above circumstances, let's give the term loose to this connective tissue. As the fibers are loosely present on ground substance, the pink collagen fibers are the thickest, the elastic fibers are thin and usually straight, and fine reticular fibers are also present in this illustration. Cells of the connective tissue, that is fibroblasts, macrophages or histiocytes, mast cells, lymphocytes and blood cells are sparsely present also. Okay, after giving the term loose, we will mark these connective tissues as dense, because the fibers are more numerous and seem to be concentrated than the previous one. Among the dense connective tissue, here the direction of the fibers is uniform and they are arranged in same line. So we will call it regular, dense regular. And here the fibers are arranged in different directions. So we will call it irregular, dense irregular. Till now we have discussed about one of the main types of connective tissue, that is connective tissue proper, which usually show all three of the defining cellular characteristics of the connective tissue. Those are dispersed cells, more extracellular material than cells, and extensive fibers in the extracellular matrix. Dear audience, Dr. Jubair Mahmood Khan is welcoming you all to join the journey of learning the classification of connective tissue. Come to the point again. Can you imagine why this type of arrangement of connective tissue fibers are required? Okay, I am giving you the clue. This section is from mesentery, this is from tendon, and this is from skin. Now think that, does mesentery needs structures to combat with the external forces? No, it supports the intestine of the digestive tract. So the arrangement of the fibers here are not dense. Simply loosely arranged connective tissue fibers are enough to fulfill the supportive function. Like that, think about the function of tendon. Yes, during contraction of a muscle, a pulling force acts over the tendons situated on both ends of it. Remember, when you pulled the string of a kite during your childhood, what was the condition of the string? Yes, it became straight, isn't it? Same thing occurs for the fibers in the tendon. To deal with the pulling forces, the fibers of the tendon become straight and arranged in such a way that it seems to be uniform and regular. Same in case of skin. Skin has to deal with so many tensile stresses from different sides of the external environment. So here the connective tissue fibers are dense but arranged in different directions and seem irregular in outline. Just imagine about the dermis of Gulliver when he was trapped in the island of Lilliput. So many tensile stresses from different sides are acting over his body. Yes, dermis has to deal with such type of stresses from different directions. We are on the journey of classification of connective tissue. We have completed the connective tissue proper. Remaining two types are embryonic connective tissue and specialized connective tissue. The embryonic connective tissue resembles the mesenchyme and mucous connective tissue. The difference in ground substance, that is semifluid versus jelly-like, is not apparent in this section. But semifluid resemble mesenchyme and jelly-like ground substance resemble mucous connective tissue. The fibroblasts are numerous and fine collagen fibers are found between them. Here are the fibroblasts, these are the fibroblasts, and fibers are present in between them. The embryonic connective tissue is vascular. Capillaries lined with endothelium. Here is the capillary lined with endothelium and filled with RBCs are visible in the ground substance. Mucoid or mucous connective tissue is the principal component of the fetal umbilical cord, where it is referred to as Wharton's jelly. Now go for a higher magnification. Here primitive fibroblasts are seen as large branching cells with cytoplasm, prominent cytoplasmic processes, an ovoid nucleus with fine chromatin and one or more nucleoli. The widely separated collagen fibers are more apparent at this magnification. Now it is time to explore the specialized connective tissue. Today I shall sensitize you regarding various specialized connective tissue. Then we will make our conception clearer during learning those chapters. And it is a matter of great relief that I have already told in my previous lecture about the cells present in hemopoietic and lymphoid tissue. Let's gather a brief idea one by one. At first, hyaline cartilage. It shows homogeneous amorphous extracellular matrix. These areas are the extracellular matrix produced by chondrocytes. These are the chondrocytes and appears glazy. Major cells are chondrocytes, chondroblasts, and typical arrangement of chondrocytes is isolated like this or in small isogenous group. Next one is elastic cartilage. It contains type 2 collagen and darker elastic fibers. Yes, here darker elastic fibers are present. Major cells are chondrocytes and chondroblasts, and typical arrangements of chondrocytes is usually in small isogenous group. Next one is fibrocartilage. It possesses type 2 collagen and large areas of dense connective tissue with type 1 collagen. Here major cells are chondrocytes and fibroblasts. Typical arrangement of chondrocytes is in isolated or in isogenous group and arranged axially. That means they are arranged in a line. For all types of cartilages, other features like presence of perichondrium, location, function, etc. will be discussed later. Calcified extracellular material, the bone matrix, and the parallel bundles of collagen in thin layers that are called lamellae. One lamella, there is another lamella, here is another one, with regular spaces for the cells or osteocytes. Those are known as the lacunae. Here these are the cells, one cell, another cell, another cell, and the places where the cells reside are known as lacunae, is shown in this section. Yes, it is the section of bone. There are many osteons or Haversian systems constitute most of the compact bone. Here this is one osteon, here is another osteon, here is another osteon, here is another one. Okay, shown here is an osteon with 3 to 4 concentric lamellae surrounding the central canal. This is the central canal. Here is another central canal. Central canal. Osteocytes within lacunae communicate with each other and with the central canal and periphery of the osteon via hundreds of dendritic processes located within fine canaliculi. There are transverse perforating Workman's canal connecting adjacent osteons are also shown in the photomicrograph. Here one central canal is shown, but the connecting other canal has been cut in this photomicrograph. Now let's know about the large white adipose cells. It exhibits a narrow rim of cytoplasm and a flattened eccentric nucleus. It is the flattened eccentrically placed nucleus, and there is a large lipid droplet within this cell which push the cytoplasm near the cell membrane and make a narrow rim of cytoplasm. There is another type of adipose cell that is known as brown adipose tissue, where numerous multilocular lipid droplets are present. We will learn about the difference between white adipose cell and brown adipose cell in the chapter of adipose tissue. White adipose tissue is more abundant than brown adipose tissue, and when adipose cells predominate, the connective tissue is called adipose tissue. Now macrophage. It usually appears round with irregular cell outlines and a variable appearance. In the illustration, the macrophage exhibit a nucleus rich in chromatin and many times cytoplasm filled with dense ingested particles. Here is one macrophage, here is another macrophage marked by M. Now let's know about the mast cells. These are normal elements of the connective tissue. They are widely distributed in the connective tissue of the skin, the digestive and respiratory organs. Mast cells are ovoid cells filled with fine, regular, dark staining basophilic granules. The plasma cell exhibits a smaller, eccentrically placed nucleus with condensed coarse chromatin clumps distributed peripherally in a characteristic radial or cartwheel pattern and one central mass. A prominent clear area in the cytoplasm is adjacent to the nucleus. A neutrophil is also a large blood cell characterized by a multilobed nucleus and a lack of distinct stained granules in the cytoplasm when viewed with a light microscope. And an eosinophil is a large blood cell with a bilobed nucleus and large eosinophilic cytoplasmic granules that fill the cytoplasm. We have just discussed very briefly about different types of specialized connective tissue. So my dear students, let's make a summary. Connective tissue is classified as embryonic, that consists of mesenchyme and mucus type. Then connective tissue proper, which has two subdivisions. One is loose, another is dense. Dense is further divided into regular and irregular. And at last, specialized connective tissue that encompasses cartilage, bone, adipose tissue, blood and reticular connective tissue. Today, we have come to the end of the basic discussion regarding connective tissue. Hope you have understood. Try to watch the lectures for several times as a series from the first one. Hope to discuss about the special connective tissues in some special moments. Till then, goodbye. Thank you for watching.